Alright, kids. This one is gonna be one for the books. It's a little scary. If I'm being completely honest, it is not a perfectly safe line. There is essentially a single potential point of failure. It's larger than I'd like it to be, but I don't think it is so massive that it puts the run at like a crazy high risk. Do it for the content, baby? Yeah, well, this is a content-ass fight. Because, chat, we have to answer a very important question, which you might see right below me in the title of this episode. How to kill a Blaziken in 0 turns. Now, what do you mean by 0 turns, April? I mean, how do you kill a Blaziken before it has a chance to act? Not a chance to take its turn, a chance to even have like a pre-combat main phase, essentially. Because we have a move that one-hit KOs Blaziken, but the problem is that in order to one-hit KO Blaziken, it can't Mega Evolve. But Mega Evolution is the fastest action in the game next to swapping. I think that is the only thing faster. I suppose technically like Pursuit being used when you're switching, but you get what I mean though. It is impossible to act before a Mega Evolution occurs. Pre-combat main phase mentioned, nerd SMTG reference, I'm already sold. Well, Duck Destroyer. Hopefully you have a good time then. And for some of you who may have paid, she doesn't even play MTG. What the fuck do you mean? I don't even play MTG. I own a fucking Gaia's Cradle. I've been playing Magic since Amonkhet. I stopped. I've never played with you. Yeah, because I gave up on Magic around Dominaria United because I just got bored. I didn't have any interest in Brothers War. Glad I'm not alone in the way that I think of video games like MTG timing windows. Honestly, it's a very elegant way to convey certain pieces of information. Pyo, you say that to my foiled out Nico Bolas Super Friends deck. You say that right to his face. And I know yada yada Commander Player, that's the thing that makes me... Honestly, Commander Player is the thing that makes me the fake Magic fan. If we're being honest. Wow, haven't been playing since Innistrad, fake MTG fan. Technically, I played before... No, wait. No, Eldritch Moon was... I know you probably mean original Innistrad or Avacyn block, but now I'm laughing about like, yeah, no, Eldritch Moon was like right before I got into the hobby. Snapcaster and Delver, yeah, okay. I know my history. That being said, I'm getting a little tired of the rival theme. Let's say we pivot to something a bit more upbeat. Oh, interesting. All right, chat. We have some prep we need to do. Because we can't just dive straight into this fight. So normally I like to give you guys a rundown of my lines, like before we go into them, so you can understand how they work. I did already have Hannah sort of double check my work. Everything seems to be above the board. I've done the math. So for the funsies of it, I kind of want to just get this all done, so you all can see it. Like, words are hard. I'm just gonna shut up and do it. I want you guys to see, like, the tech as it happens. Thank you very much for the follow, Dextroyer. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Out of curiosity, did you come in from the link I posted in the Dexcord? Because, like, I was talking about this line in there a bunch yesterday. So I figured I'm like, oh, you know, people in there have, like, heard me talk about this line. They might be interested in seeing it executed. Okay. Toge. Don't forget to level up Togedemaru, April. Felice. Talon passing the ball to Maisie, passing the ball to Felice to get the kill. And the most important... Well, okay, I can't say the most important member of our team. Altaria is arguably the most important member of our team, but in my heart, Marps is the most important member of the team for one very specific reason. I didn't see anything about it. I was skiing yesterday. Also, I have mobile delay, so that's why I might be hella late with responding. That's fine. You can just call me Duck. I will try to get into the habit of just calling you Duck. Okay. I believe that's all of our items removed from all of our guys. Now, our first step. Do we have a guy who can fly? Marps, can you fly? No. Oh, I have Sterling. So, I'm really sad about the first thing we have to do for this line, which is we have to take Altaria, fly to Mauville City, and we have to teach Marps a move. We want to teach Marps Brick Break. And sadly, we're not deleting Rock Smash for Brick Break. We're deleting U-Turn. Let me make sure I have this permanently set into its moveset on here. Brick Break. Export. Import. We need Encore for what we're using Marps for here, and Tailwind, like Encore to set up Tailwind is simply too valuable. Oh, that hurts. Okay, let me check. Altaria here has the 2 moves it needs. I do need to give Slowbro here a move. Okay. Marps Lane Brick Break. Okay. Next move we need to teach. Go to our TMs. We need to grab Surf. This one is a bit less devastating. It was kind of an inevitability that we would use this at some point. So we are going to go to Kaylin. And we are going to teach her Surf over Heal Pulse. Heal Pulse is funny tech, but Psychic is its best, like, generic stab move. Future Sight is fun, and Slack Off is what makes Slowbro, or Mega Slowbro one of the best Pokemon in the game. Now we need to use 2 more TMs. We need to use Facade. You all have heard me talk about this one already, so it shouldn't be too much of a surprise that we are going to teach Sterling Facade. We are going to delete Moonblast for it. And the other thing is, we're also going to use Hyper Voice. Also on Sterling. This was some tech that I think it was Sri in Dexcord helped me figure out. That helps us guarantee like the checkmate position we're trying to get. Also, I just realized I'm going to scroll that up a little bit. There we go. So we want Hyper Voice over Dragon Pulse. I now also need to use the Endless Candy to level up Maisie to 73. I will not forget to do that. Okay. Bump, 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 bump. Okay. Let me check my notes here. So, we used Facade and Hyper Voice TMs, we taught Letty and Brick Break, we taught Slowbro Surf. We leveled up Toge to 73. We now need to go use a Heart Scale. Because unfortunately, our Altaria is minus speed. Which makes it 2 points off of being able to outspeed a key threat in this fight. So we are going to go to Sterling. and maximize his speed. Let me just get this corrected in here. 31. Notably, a candy only would have cost a speed tie. Interesting. Yeah, Altaria is 114 speed. Doing this brings it all the way up to 129. A not insubstantial jump in speed. Which is pretty cool. Okay, I just realized, how did we jump to other, like, Pokemon music? Why are we listening to Palkia's Onslaught right now? I wanted to listen to the Rival Battle theme. Oh well, let's do Gym Leader music. Ooh, you know what? No, this is properly ominous for what's about to happen. Okay. Now, I am really quickly going to double check a portion of my math, because I want to make sure this pre-damage that we are going to be doing with Altaria is incredibly precise. So I want to double check to make sure that I have it correct. So Altaria gets pre-damaged to 149. It suffers, so 206 divided by 16 is 12. So turn 1, it loses 12. And then it loses 206 divided by 8. It's 25 minus 25. Drops us to 112. Then later, we come in, take one more chip of burn is 12. And then another is 88. And we want to make sure that the lowest roll on knockoff, okay, it does 21 damage, bringing us to 67, exactly the number we need to be at for regular Blaziken. Okay. So what we are going to do is I'm going to boot up the script, load recent script. We are going to pre-damage slot 1 to 149. We are also going to pre-burn slot 1. So if all was done correctly, 149 pre-burned. Now, for the items. Sterling, obviously, gets Altarianite. Talon gets the Life Orb. It's in here somewhere. Maisie gets a Citrus Berry, her favorite. Felice gets the coveted, the illustrious, the one of one. Hold on. It's actually probably up here by quite a bit. Dark Gem. Kaylin gets a Persimberry. And Marps, I am double checking based on Marp's nature, but I believe we give Marps the Wiki Berry. Confirming my berries. So is it confuses if minus special attack nature. So let me see which. So we have minus attack. So I just need to find. I think Figgy is minus attack. So actually, oop, I don't want you, Microsoft Teams. Get out of here. So minus special attack, or we do Aguave Berry. I actually think I'm going to use the Aguave Berry. Yes, Leica? Did you make a Tumblr post? I did not make a Tumblr post. I did not think to. I was too busy cooking. Would you be willing to make one for me? Please. Only because you did the finger thingy, thank you, like, it's very cute. It's specifically you have to do, like, the lip pout. You gotta, like... Okay. We used Facade and Hyper Voice TMs, we taught Letty and Brick Break, we taught Slow Surf. We used a Heart Scale on Altaria's speed, we leveled Toge to 73, we pre-damaged to Altaria to 149, and we pre-burned it. We equipped Altaria with Altarianite, we equipped Lucaria with the Life Orb, we equipped Togedemaru with the Citrus Berry, we equipped Zoroark with the Dark Gem, we equipped Slowbro with the Persum Berry, and we equipped Ledium with the Wiki Berry. I'm now going to make sure I have all of these items applied in the calculator. Life Orb on Lucario. Citrus on Toge. This is Rival 4. Yeah, technically, you'd refer to it as Lily Cove Rival. Is like kind of the nomenclature for it. Because yeah, it would technically be like Rival when they have a level 5 guy, Cycling Road Rival, Bridge Rival, Lily Rival. And I do believe this is the final Rival battle too. Okay. Dark Gem. I'm not going to bother putting anything on Slowbro in here so it doesn't, well, no, I should be smart. Okay. Persum Berry. I technically gave you an Aguav Berry. Plus defense, minus attack. Confirming that Aguav is safe. Minus special defense nature. Good. Okay. That's everyone. Out of curiosity, how much PP does 10? Okay. Doubt it's a thing I need to worry about. We have saved the game. All of these changes are permanent. Gonna put a pause on that. Gonna unmute this. Everyone is level 73. That's really funny that they didn't update the text for Encore in here. Last move over 2 to 6 turns. So let me make sure. Hold on, I just need to finish typing. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fine. Alright, final check. Sterling, pre-burned, pre-damaged to 149, holding Altarianite, knows Hyper Voice, Facade, Roost, and Perish Song. Lucario, full HP, has a Life Orb, knows Vacuum Wave. Togedemaru has a Citrus Berry, has been leveled up to 73, has its assortment of moves. Felice, the Zoroark, has a Dark Gem. Nose knockoff. Full HP, no status. Kalen, Slowbro, has a Person Berry, Nose Surf, Nose Slack Off, Nose Psychic, and Future Sight. Marps has an Aguav Berry, full HP, level 73, knows Encore, Tailwind, Rock Smash, and Brick Break. I accept that if something goes wrong, we could wipe here. But we're not gonna. So I just need to be really certain with Sterling, yeah. Okay, so our rival has 2 legendaries, a Mega Evolution, and one of the bitchiest leads in the entire game. This Garchomp has a Yachi Berry, so it's incredibly hard to one-shot, and it knows Stealth Rock. What this Garchomp wants to do turn 1 is set up Stealth Rock. There is only one way to prevent it from Stealth Rocking, and that is to show it a fast kill turn 1. Now there's a problem with that. If there's a fast kill, how do you kill it? Well, with our pre-damage, we are immune to Earthquake. It knows Earthquake, Dual Chop, Fire Blast, Stealth Rock. We only take 13% from Fire Blast, but we show Dual Chop 93.2% minimum. We are going to Mega Evolve, making us immune to Dragon-type moves. Pixiate turns Facade into a Fairy-type move, and gives it a 30% boost to its damage. We are Burned, doubling the power of Facade, making it a stab base 140 super effective hit into Garchomp. If I recall correctly, it does 115% minimum. Dual Chop. Does not affect Sterling. Sterling uses Facade. One-shots Garchomp. We lose 1/8 of our max HP to Rough Skin. We lose 1/16 of our max HP to Burn. We outspeed Machamp, so the second thing that comes in is Weavile. Weavile sees against Sterling that it has... It does in fact have a very small chance to see a kill with Ice Shard. That is A-okay. But typically what it wants to go for here is Triple Axle, a move that always one-hit KOs, well, 3-hit KOs Sterling. We are going to swap Sterling for Talon, who takes at most 51% from Triple Axle without crits. If it goes for Ice Shard, that is also okay. We are going to click Talon. Triple Axle. If it stopped hitting after the 2, that'd be ideal. That's fine. No crits. Cool. Crits don't matter. Weavile has a Life Orb, losing 10% of its max HP. Thanks to our own Life Orb, Vacuum Wave does 93%. We had calced this because Triple Axle can miss, and Vacuum Wave isn't a guaranteed KO, and we need to make sure that we take some damage from Weavile, so that way we always bait in the correct next Pokemon. So if it had missed with Triple Axle, we would instead click Close Combat this turn, so if it hit us with Triple Axle and put us into range, that's great, or if we didn't, we would lower our own defenses with Close Combat to bait in the next Pokemon. So we are going to click Fight, and we are going to click Vacuum Wave. Next comes Galarian Articuno. We lose 10% of our max HP. Galarian Articuno knows Hurricane, Freezing Glare, Recover, and Calm Mind. Its ability is competitive, and it holds a Lumberry. It wants to kill us with either Hurricane or Freezing Glare. We would prefer it click Hurricane, but it doesn't really matter. We are going to swap Talon to Maisie. Maisie takes at most 35% from Freezing Glare without crit. Freezing Glare has a 30% chance to freeze. We do not mind if it does. We have been frozen. This is fine. Maisie does not need to take turns. Now, with Maisie on the field, Articuno sees its highest damaging move is Freezing Glare, or it can go for Calm Mind. Either way, neither of those moves do damage to Felice. Calm Mind guaranteed, that's true. We are using the Dark Gem specifically to account for the possibility that Articuno could have clicked or could have frozen Maisie. Felice, Commander's Strike, Nat 20. Do a minimum of 115%. It's super effective. Felice is faster than everything else on their team right now, so it is going to go for the first thing that simply gets a one-hit KO on it and isn't one-hit KO'd. That thing is Machamp. This Machamp is where the line can get screwy. This one is an art, not a science. Though the first turn is science. What's going to happen right now is this Machamp wants to click Dynamic Punch. It is a one-hit KO into Zoroark. It is notably the only move that it has that one-hit KO Zoroark. We are going to swap Zoroark to Kalen the Slowbro. You might recall Kalen is holding a Person Berry. We are no longer holding an item, which means Knockoff no longer does boosted damage to Slowbro. Export, import. So this Machamp knows Dynamic Punch, Stone Edge, Knockoff, and Substitute. It is holding a Leftovers, and its ability is No Guard. Substitute has a 20% chance to get used on any given turn, unless you have a sound-based move. We could have used a Heart Scale on Kalen to guarantee that it would never substitute, but we decided that we wanted to save that scale and rely on some slightly different math. Now, substitute isn't an issue. The issue is if it clicks substitute on the turn we swap to Altaria, because we are relying on Altaria getting hit by a Knockoff to drop its HP down to a specific range to bait in the next Pokemon. So what we are going to do is we are going to click Slack Off. It is going to go for either Knockoff or Substitute. We would prefer to see Knockoff no crit. Good. Good. Surf does 32.6 to 38.6%. We are going to essentially try to whittle Machamp's HP to be like around 35 to 40%. We don't want to risk crit killing it, but we also want to get its HP below 50% so it can't click Substitute. It recovers 1/16 of its max HP every turn, so that makes these numbers a little finicky. We have to kind of go off the visuals here. Okay. We are now going to click Slack Off. Okay. We are going to click Slack Off again. We are going to click Surf. Okay, good, no crit. That's something. It's a little too much health. Knockoff can do a max of 134 on us with a crit. We're going to Slack Off. Okay, good, no crit. We would love to see Machamp click Substitute next turn. Okay. $219. I think I want to slack off, then surf. Substitute! I think that's what we need. Okay, this is really good. That's the perfect turn it could have done that. Chat, do you want to see how to kill a Blaziken in 0 turns? We are going to click Future Sight. Because it has Substitute up, it can now never click Substitute. It will always be clicking Knockoff. Knockoff has like 20 PP. We have armed the bomb. The bomb will detonate in 2 turns. It is going to click Knockoff. We are going to swap Kalen to Sterling. We take a knockoff. Sterling takes 1 tick of burn. At the end of this turn, we want to have 66 HP or less. Or sorry, 67 HP or less. Burn does 12 damage to Sterling every turn. That Machamp currently has Substitute up. But fun fact about Substitute, it's never clicked if your Pokemon know a sound-based move, because sound-based moves ignore Substitute. Chat, do you want to see me kill a Blaziken in 0 turns? Because that's how you kill a Blaziken in 0 turns. Future Sight procs after they swap in! We're not done. Melmetal's a real son of a bitch. Currently, Melmetal has Iron Fist and Assault Vest. It takes very little damage from basically anything. It knows Double Iron Bash, Body Press, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch. The important thing here is that the highest roll on Body Press is 34. It can never be clicked. We do not care what attack that Melmetal clicks, so long as it is not Body Press. We are going to swap Sterling back to Maisie. Freeze doesn't stop you from eating a berry, right? Good. That would have been horrifying. So you know how I said we never wanted to see Body Press? We now only want to see Body Press. We are going to swap Maisie to motherfucking Marps. Double Iron Bash is the best move it could have clicked into Maisie for Marps' survival. Body Press 1. It knows 10, or it has 10 PP. We are going to give it an Encore. Fun fact about Body Press, it is a move whose damage is calculated based on your defense stat. Critical hit, that's scary. A little scary, not that bad though. Do you know what Rock Smash does as a byproduct of doing damage? It drops the defense stat. Now, notably, Body Press crits do ignore those defense drops. 1. So we have currently used up 1 Body Press on the swap-in, 1 on Encore, 1 on Rock Smash, so we have used 3. We need to make sure that we kill it after it uses its 10th. we are going to use our next Rock Smash. Its defense is now at -2. Notably, Body Press crit into Marps, its highest roll does 25.8%. So the odds of it critting a Body Press and killing us through our Pinch Berry is incredibly low. And because we have gotten off 2 Rock Smashes into it, it does mean that if Marps were to suffer a very unfortunately timed crit, Talon can now secure KO with close combat. 2 Rock Smashes, 1 Encore, we do our next Encore. Encore relocks it into Body Press. Yeah, the most Body Press can do to us is 45. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I'm correct, we need to use 5 Rock Smashes. I'm being very careful to make sure that I do this correctly, but we are going to click Rock Smash. Okay, this is the only turn where Ledian can die. If Melmetal crits and rolls a max roll Body Press, that would kill Marps. So, we Rock Smash again. -4. Melmetal's Encore ended. 1 more Encore. So, 4 PP, 2 PP, that's 6, 7. Encore. Our final Rock Smash. Melmetal's defense is at -5. It has 1 Body Press left. Friends, that's how you kill a Garchomp that outspeeds you. That's how you kill a Blaziken turn 0. And this is how a Ladybug kills God! Woo! Hold on, I just gotta... Hold on. Beats Metal Golem every time. And if that's not worth a follow, I don't know what is. Done a lot of raising. That stings a bit. I had a head start on you as a trainer. Ledian kind of sick with in the Melmetal matchup. I think if our Ledian wasn't minus attack, we might have not needed Brick Break. I actually think we also probably could have done it with just Rock Smash because it double Iron Bashed into Togedemaru, but there was no way to really guarantee that. Thank you very much yet again for another gift sub, Fio. Quickly elevating yourself to the top of the gift sub tier list. We beat Lily Cove Rival! Yeah, no, the plus defense was just as relevant to the as the minus attack. Again, it all washed out. Thank you, Talon. Thank you, Sterling. Let's go Thaw Maisie. I do believe we also now have a new level cap. So that's fun. You've joined the club of beating Lilycove rival with a frozen Pokemon? What's that, a club of like 10% of players? I had to do the math because I'm like 1 in 3 players use Turtle, and then it freezes you on Freezing Glare 30% of the time. So yeah, like 10% of players. It's not a very exclusive club, but you're happy to be there. I do hope that that fight was worth the hype, by the way. When I told you in a call yesterday, I'm like, can you please show up to next stream? Because the fight's gonna be sick as fuck. I was getting really scared with Machamp, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so glad it set up Substitute at the perfect point. Because the other thing with it setting up Substitute is we have to make sure its HP was below 90% because Hyper Voice does a minimum of 90. So it's like, we kind of got to make sure we get in some damage first. It's a whole thing. And also, hopefully you understand why I'm like, I don't want to tell you how this line works. I just want to show you when it happens. Kaylin is shell armor already, clearly. Honestly. Okay. Current level cap is 76. I will not level up Maisie. No. Oh. I need to stop leveling up Felice. I remember just in time. We are no longer leveling up Zoroark unless we need it for a fight. So that way, when we trade for Hisuian Zoroark, we still get Shadow Ball on it. So, Zoroark, Felice is getting retired until we go to Pacifid. All the respect in the world to Felice, unless we need him for something. But it's just like, if we want to make that trade, we gotta make sure that it's got like the good moves. We can level up Breek, we don't want to level up Terramin though. I have to be like conscious of which of our guys we want to avoid leveling up. Cat's form, so cute. Yeah, that's because we got a new viewer whose name was like Cat something or other. I don't remember the specifics. I really believed in the Ledian line. I really, really believed in it. I'm so glad that Ledian beating Melmetal. Oh, Marps, buddy. You could have been a Corviknight. You could have been a Ribombee. But you were exactly what we needed. That's not true. Theoretically, we could have done a different version of the line where we used a heart scale on Ulara's attack stat. But this is a resourceless, functionally, version of that. Getting access to unlimited perfect accuracy moves and speed control moves is such a huge reward for this win. Oh my god, yeah, we finally get to fucking... to the place. Hold on, the order I got these guys. Well, it's complicated. We're never leveling up you. For now. There we go. You get to flex all the slots. I was gonna say, we now officially can, to our heart's content, well, to our heart's content, there is technically still like limited cash and run and bun, so don't get too crazy with it. But we can, to our heart's content, swap Roserade between Hidden Power Ice and Magical Leaf. God, I'm so glad I caught the Zoroark level up like just in time. Oh wait, no, I still need to level you up. That was so cool. Oh, Future Sight's such a cool move. It's so sick. But yeah, so the thing is, Theoretically, we didn't need to be super precise with Sterling's HP if we were willing to also use a heart scale to teach it Tailwind. But then we would have to get rid of either Roost or, Perish Song, and we like having those moves. We maybe could have done the fight without Hyper Voice, depending. I think it's kind of awkward, but I think we might have been able to do it. But like, by getting Sterling's, because if we used Tailwind, we would instead get Melmetal in second, and then we would have KO'd that, and then gone to Weavile, Articuno, Machamp, Blaziken. So that would have been theoretically simpler. But instead, what we had to do was make sure that Sterling had enough HP to not bait Body Press, to not show a kill to Body Press on Melmetal, but get it just low enough so that an un-Mega Evolved Blaziken sees a fast kill on it. So that way it would be willing to come in, because it otherwise wouldn't, because Altaria has a single roll where it kills regular Blaziken with Burn Facade. It was so precarious. Crap Gorps kills God. Yeah, and we just level up Breek normal style. There's no there's no upside to keeping it underleveled. Ba-ba-ba-bum. 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 Suppose I don't think it learns any moves. 76. Pretty much everyone we have doesn't learn moves anymore. I think like one of the few things we have left is like Flygon learns U-turn at 79. I do think it's actually about to try to learn Outrage, which I don't think we want. Just like looking at our Flygon's stats. Its attack is better than its special attack by a decent bit. But yeah, no, the nice thing about the Ledian line was that it set up Melmetal to be killed by basically any other member of the team if things went south. There was theoretically also a version of the line where we like swap to Lucario on one of those body presses and just hope it doesn't crit. Because if it doesn't crit, Lucario absolutely lived them. Just a whole lot of weird shit. Sorry, I'm doing this for my own brain. There we go. Also, no, I think Dollop is finally done learning moves. Anyways, chat, how's your nights going? Did I not level these guys up? Did I really only level up like 3 of my guys? April, what the fuck are you doing? April. Oh wait, no. I leveled up you. I think I just confused myself. Yeah, I just confused myself. Alright, let's get some music that isn't the Pokemon Center. I don't want Primal Grout on Kyogre. We'll do Auras, oh no, that's not what I want. I want Sootopolis. There we go. Nice relaxed tunes to enjoy having finished that fight too. And you know what I think we need to do, chat? I think it's about time we finally go clean up Surf Sim. We fight all of those optionals that aren't related to like Mega Stones. We go and pick up those heart scales, those TMs, just all the shit that we left behind because I was too scared I would bump into something that would wipe my team. Let's go dance on some level 50s. Though I do believe before we do that, we actually do get one more encounter, which is fun. And also, Hannah, is the encounter that we're able to go get the one that has a 10% chance to be Dreepy? Potentially two if you want. Oh, is that the one that is guaranteed either Azumarill or Feebas? I'm gonna sign off because migraine. That is A-okay. Alp, you were here for the fun part. You were here for the important part. We're now basically just doing bookkeeping. Thank you so much for coming out, though. Okay, so I got it. So am I immediately able to go to the Dreepy route, or am I immediately able to go to the Feebas route, or am I immediately able to go to both? Is I guess what I'm trying to figure out here. But all the encounters are at minimum decent and mostly great. That is true. Immediately both, they're connected and nothing is in the way now. Nice. Chat, we have a chance to really redeem some of the encounters we've been getting. Thankfully, the nice thing about the Dreepy route is virtually every encounter on it is really, really good. And there's a 10% chance for Dreepy, which is really, really good. Fun fact. Some would argue one of the best guys in the game. I think I'm gonna go now get Neepy. That is Fair Rose. Again, like I said to Alp, thanks for hanging out. You were at least here for the fun part. That's true, the odds are better than 10% due to Honchcrow dupe. Ooh, Freaking It wants to learn Double Edge. I don't think I want Freaking It to learn Double Edge. Hannah, is there any utility to teaching Kecleon Double Edge? Like, it does a lot of damage, undeniably, but Kecleon isn't particularly fast. Not that I know of. Cool. Ooh, I actually also have to recheck what Altaria's hidden power type is now that we boosted its Speed IV. So, could be relevant. Because we aren't married to having Hyper Voice in that first move slot, it was just very specifically the tool that would help us get through that one fight. It's kind of a flex slot at this point. Not that Hyper Voice is particularly bad. It's still a base 90 power fairy move with the sound property. Potentially even has the utility of being a spread move in doubles, but honestly, that's typically more of a hindrance than a help. Tools, scripting. Altaria is now electric. Ooh. It used to be water. And we updated Excadrills, right? Yeah, we did. Hits on the special side, non-contact, sound spread. It's distinct enough to keep. Also doesn't require pre-status. That's true. Yeah, it gives it... It's a slightly weaker Moonblast with other utility. Like, genuinely... Well, okay. It doesn't prevent things from setting up Substitute against Altaria because we already had Perish Song, but still. We were genuinely considering using a Heart Scale to get Growl on Slowbro to prevent setup. And like, Growl isn't even a bad move on Slowbro. It's just like, it kind of... Slowbro's nice because it has a flex slot for like Surf or Seismic Toss because it's so bulky, and once it Mega Evolves, it becomes crit proof. And I'm pretty sure, doesn't ours have, like, max defense? Yeah, ours has plus defense with a 15. Okay. With, like, also the best healing move in the game, because Slack Off apparently has 10 PP, which is pretty neat. I'm so proud of this box. Like, we've got some misfits and miscreants in here, but, like, generally, so many of these guys have done so much for us. Like, there are very few faces in here that haven't had a time to shine. And even, like, those exceptional duds like Nomo at least got to, like, become a meme. Like, there are virtually no encounters in here that I'd say have been, like, outright unremarkable. Sans, like... I don't want to say Winter 11, but Winter 11. Exactly, even Nomo was there for Maxi. Like, every one of these guys, except for, like, the new kids on the block, and that's not Breek's fault. You know, like, they've had... Wait. We did have a Breek. Hold on, we need to find a new name for this Dreadnought. I forgot. We did do Breek. It was Seismitoad. I need to start linking the character poll for nicknames again, because, like, we're actually kind of running low. Let's see. Yeah. So I imagine we probably don't care about Outrage that much. Like, we want Draco Meteor, we like First Impression, we're obviously keeping Defog, we're not deleting Earthquake for Outrage. Yeah, no. And we're probably gonna get rid of First Impression for U-turn later. U-turn later. That being said, chat, just because we did that big scary fight doesn't mean we're suddenly done with big scary fights for a bit. Mount Pyre is fucking horrifying and has probably a, like, top 3 most difficult fights in the game. Up top. And we don't have the cool guy who makes that fight virtually free. We might still have other guys who can do its job. I don't know if we can, like, boom with Camerupt to potentially fill that void, but... it's gonna be a bit complicated. Okay. My adrenaline is still coming down. Oh, and I finally get to, like, reorganize my box properly. Yeah, no. We technically also didn't need Machamp to set up a substitute during that fight, but, like, it doing it definitely made the whole thing a lot more consistent. If it do... over halfway there. What are you telling me about? New sub. Did someone gift a sub? What the fuck? Twitch, why do you do that? Sometimes Twitch will just be like, oh shit, you're getting close to your sub goal, and it's like, no one gave a sub. That was like 20 minutes ago. The fuck are you talking about? Alright. I was honestly wondering if there might have been a line where if we heart scaled Encore onto Havara, if we were able to, like, bait Ice Punch into it to beat Melmetal. But probably, I don't think we had a thing that baited specifically Ice Punch. Okay. I did have say Pyrotech is top on the list in terms of planning difficulty most of the time, but it's certainly top through scariest fights. That's true. You just have to send ass sometimes. Got it. That's true, because it's a crapshoot. I was talking to people. I now know what Terra Lock means, where it's like, oh, you try to play minimizing risk as much as possible, and I'm like, isn't that just a nuzlocke? Isn't that how the game works? Isn't that the point of everything? And they're like, have you seen people play Run and Bun? And I'm like, fair. I have seen people stream this game. All right, so we need to change a nickname on Breek. Okay. Let me boot open the Run and Bun poll. I'll look for... Laylaps is a cool name. For a scary fella. Laylaps. Like, if you're here, let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I guess let's go get that encounter then. So here, let's take, oh, that's right, I'm technically on the wrong calculator. Oh, wait, no, I need to get my exports done. All right, chat, we've got to do the tradition. We got to organize our guys. It genuinely actually does a lot to help me find them in the calculator when I'm doing my calcs. The line has been done. The line has been done, Newt. You won your bet. The purity of heart and spirit that was Ledian was in fact able to conquer fucking Melmetal. Oh, I just realized this is the first time Kethri isn't gonna be in the like main group of guys. Oh. Rest in peace, friend. Then there was Octillery, and then we fished up. Oh yeah. Cause yeah, it was Octillery and Sfeel. Yeah. So next up would be Jane. Dollop, Noelle, Maisie, though Maisie stays in the back. Upstate Lamau, yeah. I thought it was cuter than like Goodbye or something like that. Did I make it? Oh, I didn't make it the city box. I gotta make it the city box. So it was Noelle. Then it was not Nomo because we saved Nomo. I think, yeah, it would have been Nito. And then Flygon. And then it would be Maisie. It would be Pikachu, then Maisie, then Nomo. Then Lucario? I think so. For those of you who are new here, this is the tradition I do every time we hit a new level cap, where I organize our box based on like catch for importing them into the calculator. Also, I see we have a beast declared, so one moment. Say hi to your fans. He winked. It's fine, he never does.
Careful sitting down, there's a beast in your seat now.
I will squish him. I'm gonna put him back in his tower.
Yeah.
He was such a good boy. And if that's not worth a follow, follow for more Beast. For more Mr. Beast content. Okay. So it'd be Lucario, Excadrill. It would then be Zoroark, but we have Felice in the Do Not Touch box. Then it would be Murkrow, Granbull, Lediba, Gyarados, Gyarados, Rapidash, then Camerupt, and then Turtonator, and then Garchomp. Oh, shit, Kingdra. Ella Teo, when did I get you? Slayport. Shit. I think. Actually, hold on. What was your catch location? Route 107. So, actually, 107 then is Havaro 108 or 106? 106, okay. There we go. Okay, let me get the Chomp. It would be Mudkip, and then we did Greninja, and then we did Power Plant, and then we got the Tragedy of Surf Sim, and then we got the Very Lucky Catch of Surf Sim, and then we got the Goat of Surf Sim, and then we got the other Goat of Surf Sim, because we did get Corviknight after that. Then after Corviknight, it would be Altaria, Cast Form. I forgot about Roserade. Fuck. It's after you. Roserade's before Lucario. Shit. Fuck. God damn it. I'm taking too long. I'm taking too long with my own arbitrary game. Sorry, Rapidash, were you not leveled up? No, you were. Rotate them. Shift them one down. And then it would be Ulara, Kecleon, a Slowbra, and a Sylph. I like to scramble the mons. I feel like I saw a level 73 in here somewhere, so let me just... No, I think I'm crazy. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Let's get our export and import. Looks like I've got a fight to watch back later. You do, Izzy, because let me tell you, it was a really cool line. I am incredibly proud of it. Once again, thank you, friend of the channel, Hannah Von Varley, for being my sounding board and helping me sort out the hitch in the line that was Slowbro. Chat, I'm not even joking. We had my girlfriend and her husband over last night for board games, and because for once we were at my place for a game night, I was like, oh yay, I can do some drinking. So I did some drinking, and I got like pretty plastered, and I'm laying on the couch, listening to a video about Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, so excited to run this fight because I figured out the perfect line, and then I basically like sit up in a cold sweat realizing there's not a guarantee that Machamp will click knockoff into Altaria. There's not a guarantee that we're pre-damaged enough to bait in Blaziken. Because if we didn't bait in Blaziken when we did, the line wouldn't work, because then Future Sight would hit into Melmetal. And like, sure, it makes it easier to kill Melmetal. How do we kill Blaziken? It gets speed boost and then sweeps our entire team. We theoretically beat Blaziken on virtue of it, like, killing itself with recoil from Flare Blitz eventually, after churning and burning through our entire team. Okay. Hold on. I'm just correcting Dark Aura to Illusion in here before I copy it. Can't do that. Noted. Copy. And I'm going to do this in both of the calculators. So remove all Pokemon from boxes. Nope, wait, come back. Come back. Perfect. Now we'll do this in the Silcalc. Remove Pokemon from all boxes. Cool. Now we go back to here. I think I saw... Did I see Princess Silmar in here for a second? Did I see her name pop up? I did! Sil, if you're still here, thank you for your calculator. I was using it to double check some of the odds. I was essentially using it to like double check my line before running it, and that was how I figured out that Substitute is only a 20% chance to proc rather than like 45 to 50. So definitely kind of saved me a little bit there. Probably could have killed with Slowbro if you had HP left on it after sacking something else. Maybe? I mean, like, Mega Blaziken into Slowbro. Yeah, theoretically... Oh, wait. Oh, this is level 76 Slowbro. Yeah, we gotta get down to level 73. Future Sight does damage, but not enough. And we take a lot from knockoff. Yeah, we could potentially dial it, but, like, if it close combated into anything, Future Sight would eventually kill it. Yeah, it would have been a whole thing, though, and we would have risked, losing the run once again to a 1 in 16. Which we love doing. Okay. And now we get to do the other fun thing, which is go to all of our megas. So our first mega in line is Garchomp. And we do Mega Garchomp, export, import. And then we go to Altaria, and we do Mega Altaria, and we do export, import. And then we go to Pidgey, or Pidgeot, and we go to Mega Pidgeot, and we do export, import. And then we correct their abilities, because they aren't actually what they're supposed to be. Sand Force, export, import. Pixelate, export, import. Keen-Eye No Guard doesn't really make that much of a difference, but export, import. All right, nice and organized. Feels good. Now, what say we look at our next batch of encounters? Because friends, we get one of those. Runandbun, Master Sheet. Also, let me make sure. I actually don't think I... Caracosta and Tortuga. Yeah, I need to knock off Choodle and Dreadnought. And thankfully, I'm pretty sure getting Choodle and Dreadnought is probably a decent dupe for other routes, maybe, if I'm lucky. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm hoping that it is. So, Safari Zone, did Lily Cove. Is it Jellicent, Bruxish, Crobat, Noivern, Ghastly, Dreepy. Okay. So Route 122. We're going to be fishing. Oh yeah, I suppose we have to do the, do that, and then do that. And who's trying to fucking, oop. Fraud Metal loses to yet another shipmon. Sorry. I got added in Dexcord, and that was the message for my fucking Ledian win. Oop. Okay. So, we need 1, 2... Runandbun calc. Runandbun calc. Runandbun calc. So we need Crobat. Set to level 58. Noivern. Also 58. Ghastly. Also, level 58 or below. And Dreepy. Level 58 or below. God, if we got a Dreepy. Like, let it be known, Crobat's incredible, Noivern is incredible, Ghastly's interesting, because you do get, it's, you know, an endgame Megastone, but you do get Gengarite eventually, so it does get Shadow Tag, and you can do some funny shit, like swapping into a ground move, throwing up, like, Shadow Tag. I think it gets Perish Song. Does it still get Perish? Hold on. It does not. It still gets, like, some decent moves, though. And it gets, like, Toxic and shit. Like, level 58. Pain Spit. We would have to, depending on what level we get it at, we would have to scale, Toxic on it, though, so. But, it's a variable level. So, a girl can hope. Okay, so, first up, Crobat. Its ability is always Inner Focus. Notably, another incredible ability. At level 58, it is Brave Bird, Sludge Bomb, Leech Life, and Cross Poison. I imagine that gets countered by Steelix very easily. So we also want to make sure, yeah, Brave Bird does no recoil damage, basically. Cool. And I assume we can definitely get up a T-Wave with friggin' whatchamacallit, where is Electros? Yeah. Definitely open with Electros. We just want Super Fang it. It's also got a catch rate at 90. It shouldn't be too hard to get. Noivern. Biggest issue with Gengar is that its endgame strongest moves are Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball, which limits what's otherwise a huge special attack. That's true. But again, it's got some interesting utility tech. The odds of getting Ghastly are the same as getting Dreepy. They're both the 10% hit. And then Noivern and Crobat are both 30%. Noivern, oh god. So Frisk is useless. But it could have Infiltrator, which is incredibly useful, especially for Aqua Hideout. Well, not Seafloor Cavern. So this one gets Roost, Dragon Pulse, Air Slash, and Tailwind. Very nice to get a guaranteed Tailwind on this. Its more dangerous ability is Infiltrator. Ghastly is kind of awkward because, again, this variable moveset that has Levitate as its only ability option. Because, like, thankfully it can't learn Curse. Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp, Venoshock, Hex, Toxic, Nightmare, Dream Eater, Hypnosis, Ominous Wind, Sludge, Nightshade, Mean Look, Spite, Smog Lick. Yeah. So, yeah, we don't need to worry about it KOing itself, which is the most important thing. So we'll just go with its highest power moves. Sludge Bomb. Shadow Ball. Pain Split. Also, notably, a guy that gets Will-O-Wisp. Okay, so Ghastly's just guaranteed in a Quick Ball. Good to know. Dreepy. Clear Body or Infiltrator. Both very good abilities. Set it to Infiltrator. Is that the same for Dracolocked? Or Dragapult? It is. Getting a Clear Body Dragapult would be absolutely insane with Eldegoss. For, like, double battles. Just, like, Infiltrator's great for Seafloor Cavern, and Clear Body is nice because you never have to worry about calcing for stat drops. Okay. Dreepy. Okay, that's nice. Dreepy only has 4 possible moves. And one of them is Infestation. So, we give Electros a Shed Gel. Infestation. Dragon. Tail. Bite. And Astonish. Clear Body is very nice for endgame where they love to spam intims at you. That's true, yeah. Dragapult's a Fizz attacker. So yeah, it's really nice. Both of its abilities are super good. Infiltrator is best for one of the most frustrating portions of the, like, endgame. And Clear Body is just all around super useful. Like, Sydney double has 3 Intim Mons. Yeah, but Sydney's also, like, the one that you're able to plan around the most. Okay. Notably, this encounter is the surf encounter, not the fish encounter. Okay, I don't think there's anything else we really need to set up, because, like, Ghastly's an auto catch. Dreepy, we can bring literally, like, any fairy type, basically. Yeah, Grand Bull can hang out on this thing. Hell, actually, all we need is, like, anyone who has Roost. Preferably not ones with Flame Body. Yeah, we'll bring Corviknight. Okay. So, these two. Corviknight. Other guys who are good at sitting on Crobat. Yeah, kind of don't need it. Other guys who are good at sitting on Noivern. Probably also Grand Bull. Air Slash does a lot. We are weak to Dragon Pulse. Excadrill. Okay. So, Exca. And then... Dragon Pulse, Air Slash. Togedemaru is not bad here. Notably, none of its moves make contact. Yeah, we'll bring Toge. Togedemaru. Okay. And I think the only item I'm going to worry about equipping is Shed Shell on Electros. I am not disappointed with any of these encounters, but boy, would I be really excited to see a Dreepy. Oh my god, I want to know what it feels like to use Dragapult. You can also buy new balls in the department store. That's true. We can finally get dive balls. Where's Corv? Hold on. Maybe we don't bring Toge. Maybe we just bring like Slowbro. This is a lot more damage to Slowbro than I thought it would. Boom, boom. Corviknight. We just got Excadrill. How did you get censored for what I want as a trans? God, I love my Automod. Honestly, I feel like it's been a while since Automod was acting up all the time. I kind of miss it. I kind of miss uppity Automod. Hell, fuck, most of the people from the Run and Bun era probably don't even know about the Froyo meme. Yeah. I'm gonna bring Slowbro anyways, just because, like... I mean, do I have another guy who can heal against it? No, not really. I just don't want to... I want to get as little XP on Toge as possible. Automod seems to hate me, IDK. Fun fact about me, like the 3rd or 4th stream I ever did for this channel, someone popped into chat and called me the T-slur. And I'm like, well, that's awkward. That's a little uncomfortable. So I'm like, because like it didn't get caught by the Automod. So I turned up the Automod sensitivity. And by doing that, it started catching like everything. Like everything that could be misconstrued as like a slur or derogatory. Our favorite one is that it got someone for saying like blackguard, like, you know, like blackguard, which was really funny. And I was gonna get to that. So we started joking that if you tripped Automod on accident, or if you tripped Automod 3 times in a stream, you'd get a free frozen yogurt at participating retailers. And that's why the automatorated emote exists for if you get hit by the Automod. And then eventually we discovered that for whatever reason back in the day, no matter how many times we approved it, jerking off would always get caught by the Automod. So they developed the infinite jerking off Froyo exploit. Okay, Lily Cove department store. Be really cool if like you actually had a chance to do the lotto in this. Like, I have to assume it's set to never work. Or that they just, like, give you nothing, basically. It can happen? Interesting! Does it actually, like, reset based on days? Or is it just, like, you basically only get the one? Okay. Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Netball. Love me some of those. We already have nest balls. One of the ocean floor. And get some dive balls. Dusk ball we already have. Timer quick. 21, 20, 19. Yeah, got plenty. Just the basic stuff. Okay. Thankfully, we haven't needed to use a healing item in a minute. Don't go back to your husband, stay in the store. Evo stones. Everything else. God, what if I went for the guaranteed Feebas? I know it's not good. I know that, like, we already have the bulky water that we need in Milotic. Do you play with keyboard or controller? The custom controller that Mintmod got me for my birthday last year. Snares foe, so that's Electro Web, inflicts damage identical to the user's level, that's Seismic Toss. First place to get a Dawnstone, by the way. Interesting. That is insane that it takes that long to get fucking Frostlass, one of the most mediocre, like, ghost types you can get. Frost Breath, stops foes from moving with rocks and cut speed. Okay. Yes, that's Nightshade. Or not Nightshade, Night something. I don't think we have it. I think the first place to get it is here. What TM number was it? 25. No, we haven't. And it is Nightshade. What's the one that doesn't miss? Is that just Feint Attack? Draws foes close and then strikes that fail. That would be Smart Strike. A fast, unavoidable electric attack. Thunder Shock. Extremely speedy and unavoidable. That is Aerial Ace. Attacks with a strange leaf that cannot be evaded. And hits with an accurate strike. Oh no, this is Smart Strike. Oh, this one's probably Feint Attack. 4, 9, 19, 27, 49. Hold on. There's 9, there's 4, 19, 27. I think we still have Smart Strike, don't we? We do. Okay. So we have all of the TMs here, at least one copy of them. Really glad that the fucking, that the tutors that you get access to don't have, costs associated. That you can just, like, use them as many times as you want to your heart's content. These are probably all decorations. But the Feebas poster. I mean, don't get me wrong, we do have an encounter coming up where, if we decide to pull it, we can guarantee a Feebas. Look at these little guys. Freaking it. Freaking it, my guy. Little Sterling doll. Yeah, no, I really like Milotic. I do kind of like the idea of, like, getting a Milotic, but in terms of bulky water types, we kind of already have the best we could get with Slowbro. And if we go for Azumarill, which is the other one where we could get either Feebas or Azumarill, depending. Azumarill is a fairy type, and currently we only have one of those without Mega Evolution. He does not want the water I bought, even though he is bone dry thirsty. Yeah, it's like, because Azumarill's also like a really good user of the Draining Kiss TM, but also I do believe it is a route where you can encounter roamers later on. So it's a route where I just might not pull anything, so that way I can get extra shots at roaming Pokemon later. Lily Cove Museum. Here, let's go get that thing. And by that thing, I mean our next encounter. Confirming. Repellent is deactivated. Repellent is activated. Not a fight, just our encounter. We're going to give Jane the Shed Shell. And then I guess we'll also give Granbull a Shed Shell. Since it's the other thing we're going to use to, like, hang out against a Dreepy. Assuming we encounter one. If we could live a life that blessed. My brain still panics, thinking that, like, some of these trainers are going to somehow reactivate and try to fight me. Literally not how that works. So I assume she won't try to fight me. I was told she would not. I reserve the right to, yeah. I do need to check something really quickly. Hannah, are there guys here? Like, could I oopsie my way into a trainer if I'm not careful? Optionals, that's the word. Optionals are locked up a waterfall. Good to know. In that case, where do I feel luckiest? I like this part of the map. So, just confirming, it is not a fishing encounter, it is a surfing encounter. Correct. So, 30% chance at Crobat, 30% chance at Noivern, 20% chance at Haunchcrow, 10% chance at Ghastly, 10% chance at Dreepy. Haunchcrow is a dupe. Getting a Dreepy would be so cool. Noivern. Not bad. I think I would have preferred Crobat, but at the very least, it's a thing that sets Tailwind. Okay, first things first. Should probably double check its moves. Roost, Dragon Pulse, Air Slash, Tailwind. I'm not going to bother with Super Fang. Oh yeah, no Frisk proc. Okay, that's nice. Cool. Go into our bag. Confirm. How safe is Electros against this thing? It can hang out for a turn or two. I want to get it in a Moon Ball. Just because it's cool. But I shouldn't. But I'm going to try it. Okay. Wait for some of these. One. Nope. Okay, we should probably swap. Hold on a second. How much damage did that do? Because that was quite a bit. So 230 minus 158. That was 72. So I would just like to note, neutral nature, max special attack Noivern, 72 damage is towards the top end of its ranges. So this could be plus special attack or just has a really good IV. So that's neat. I suppose I should also get my team up here so I can see who I should swap to. Probably Excadrill. Or Steelix, if I'm being honest. Oh no, Steelix actually doesn't have great special defense. Corviknight. Yeah, Corviknight bulks this the best. Paralyzed, cool. I'll throw like 2 more moon balls. I just think they look cool. 2. Okay, looking at Dragon Pulse. That did 29. Yeah, 29 is the second to highest range for max special attack Noivern. So this thing's got numbers. It's like when we saw how hard Ulara punched like one of our guys. Okay, last moon ball. Fair. Be very careful. Bag. Do I just go for an Ultra Ball? Yeah. We'd be very careful. We'd be so very careful. Hi, curses. All right. Welcome to the team, guy. Give a nickname. Yes. I doubt we have any Noiverns in the name pool, but we do not. We already have a Sybil. We already had a Clea. Yeah, okay. So cool. Who are our cool guys? Casimir's a nice name. So Ryan, who we already have, I think. You know what? No, because there's still a chance we could get Hydreigon, and I would love that for Leviathan. Chaucer. Hey, babe. Would Chaucer be a decent Noivern? Okay. No, hold on. Galatea, Niara, Donna, Alex, Willow, Yagi. Kethri, yeah. We'll do Chaucer. So, C, H, 4. Deltarune Real. U. C. 3. R. Wait. Reapply repellent. Alright, let's see. Infiltrator. Wait, only 20? Huh. Yeah, level 58. Neutral. I mean, those IVs are still real good. Like, all around the board, yeah. Solid defenses, its highest status speed, which is important. Tailwind Air Slash Dragon Pulse. Weird though. I do feel like that did. I suppose maybe it's just that like the ranges didn't matter that much. Like, hold on. Yeah, max IV Neutral Nature Noivern would have 135 rather than 129. So, doesn't affect it too much. Yeah, no, a lot of potential in this one. So I guess let's get it leveled up. Because, do you learn anything new, Noivern? Well, let's get out of the Poké Center. New 4th fastest mon in your box. Control F. Noibat, Noivern. It drops Dracos? Goddamn. Look, honestly, a guy who quickly drops Dracos is something my box kind of needs. Like... And yeah, again, it has Infiltrator. Oh shit, yeah, it gets Boom Burst and, like, actually can kind of use it. Don't want Hurricane. But we like Air Slash. God, Boom Burst is such a cool move, but it's not stab, so that makes it kind of bad. It's fine. Because we obviously need Roost and Tailwind. We don't care about Hurricane, and if we need it later, we can teach it. Yeah, I think the only one that uses it that isn't stab is Toxtricity. I get it. Because, yeah, we probably want, like, Draco, Air Slash, Roost, Tailwind. I do wonder if we actually even want Roost. Just because, like... I mean, how frail is Noivern? Decently, I have to imagine. Shockingly, no, actually. 80s in both defenses and an 85 in HP. It's not like, you know, made of glass or anything, but it can bulk. If Talonflame can use Roost, this guy can definitely use Roost. Okay, but that's like a very niche, yeah, dropping thing for thing. You know, I actually didn't even consider. Does it even get Draco yet? Yeah, it does. It's 76. Okay. Yeah. And then do we keep Air Slash? Very common answer for that mon. Yeah, Smant did that too. Interesting. I will note that after stab, Air Slash does less damage than Boom Burst. Just by raw number. Or is it that this thing wants Dragon Pulse and Draco Meteor? Actually, I think he dropped Flying Stab for Flame there. Okay, so we do want Air Slash, which is fair. It's super effective. I suppose that's the thing, right? Is that it's stab and can be super effective, and Boom Burst can never be super effective. Hi, Kessel. Welcome to stream. Say hello to our new team member, Chaucer. Sorry, Boom Burst. One day. If only I could heart scale Boom Burst onto Altaria, that would kick so much ass. Okay. I assume we drop D-Pulse for Draco? Noivern isn't really a powerhouse to be finding kills with Air Slash or Boom Burst. That isn't super effective, so at least Air Slash can be. Okay. Yeah. It's not out here landing big neutral hits like frickin' Roserade. Waiting for confirmation to be dropping D-Pulse for D-Meteor. Or if we should be dropping a slash, but I think it's D-Pulse. I love the little gleam in his eye. Sweet baby. And the nice thing is that even though we didn't get Dreepy, we get another chance at Dreepy very soon. Maybe not like very, very soon, but like soonish. Soon enough. Yeah, we like meteors, not pulses, at least that from what I did. I trust that. It's very rare you're getting chain kills in run and bun anyways, so the stat drops don't matter that much. Alright. And again, just like solid, chunky numbers all throughout. 26 speed is really nice to see, along with Infiltrator. For context, Infiltrator ignores screens and I believe Substitute. I know that if you have Infiltrator, it stops guys from setting up Substitute. This Pokemon's moves ignore Substitute, and the opposing sides reflect Light Screen, Safeguard, Mist, and Aurora Veil. Nice. I'm gonna post this. Boop, boop. Continuing with the 10%. Pretty happy with Now, the question is someone in the Discord going to post the X amount of days without someone complaining about a good encounter message at me? Because I posted it, and then Faulty immediately responded with, what the fuck? We'll def solve several problems for you later that might not have with Bad Nature or Ivy. Cool. Also, we get to see, because it's a special attacker, we get to see what its hidden power is, because that could be relevant. We do also need to get its export. Okay. Yeah, speed 211. It's only 9 points slower than Talonflame. It's faster than Mega Pidgeot. Fighting type. Neat. I wonder, does it get any, like, neat moves for heart scales? Oh, fuck, it gets U-turn. Oh, nice. Okay, I was a little bummed because I was like, it would have been really nice to get Crobat because you can scale U-turn onto it. This thing also can get U-turn scaled onto it, which is incredibly nice. So it's really nice to know that we have that as an option. Just our box is wanting for dudes who can pivot. Alright, Hannah, I assume we're safe to run around Lily Cove City and talk to everyone to get all of the items here now? Like no one's gonna try to fight me? I can't help it, I can only get to Lake Raleigh. You always were, don't worry, you're good? Cool. Time to talk to everyone. My phone buzzing about. Sorry. 1 second. Beep. Okay, cool. But yeah, so once we're done here, I'm finally gonna go sweep up Surf Sim and pick up all the shit we didn't get back there. So who's ready for some heart scales? Namely like 2. But that's more than 0. I also like high-key want to just go and stomp all of the trainers that are on that route. Okay. I saw that doorway and for a second I was like, fuck, this isn't the trick house somehow, is it? I'm just not used to... Oh shit, hey Scott. But yeah, no, I want the peace of mind, knowing that I can traverse those routes even though I could fuck up. Okay, we've got our rappel up. Puts me here. Cute. Oh, it's probably buried on the sand. Oh! Blastoisite? Blastoisinite. Is it over here? It's probably like right up here. Yeah, we'll go sweep the beach. Anyways, chat, how are you guys doing? I guess I haven't been. we all having a good night? Y'all enjoying the high octane gameplay? Anything in here? There's the rare candy. I've been playing Night Rain. How is that? I haven't touched Night Rain, like, at all. It's like, pretty good. I was actually just about to leave to play games with my friends. That is very fair, Izzy. Thank you for at least coming to hang out with us for as long as you have. Janky but fun? That's good. Big Nug. Big Norget. Cool ass guys. Oop. Saw the animation and panicked for a second. Played some Look Outside yesterday in VC with some friends. I wish that I wasn't such a pussy. I'm such a wimp when it comes to like mildly spooky games, even though I know Look Outside is super cool and honestly kind of wholesome. Okay. I think that's probably it. Nothing down there. I know Hannah said that there was 1 rare candy and 1 heart scale, so we got both of those. I actually need to start checking off some of the heart scales on my spreadsheet. Heart scales and rare candies. So let's see, we got south of the bridge past the Weather Institute. We got the small piece of land just before the waterfall on Route 119. End of the Northwest Corridor at the Tall Grass Maze on Route 120. I think we got that. Lily Cove. Because according to this, there's a single scale we haven't gone back to get yet. We've used one on Brawley, one on Watson, one on Roxanne. And then we used 2 for Weather Institute, 1 for Winona, and then 1 for this. So we've used 7 so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we should have 4 in our inventory if my record's correct. We do. Okay. So there's just the one we have to go back and get. Rocky Island, directly southeast of the abandoned ship. Not sure about that. Alongside the path between the Safari Zone and Lily Cove City. We did get that. We just got the one from Lily Cove City for rare candies. So, let me see. I think we might have gotten the one here. We used a rare candy for Flannery. Or not Flannery, Roxanne. Why do I mix those 2 up so much? Watson and Winona. So I think that's it. We have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's also... I'm just trying to remember the ones I haven't gotten up till now. And yeah, it seems like I haven't gotten the one on Route 108. So we have 1 heart scale and 1 rare candy that we need to go get on routes 105 and 108. So let me pull up the map. So I think I need to go to like my Google Drive. Runandbun maps. All maps. Route 105.png. Okay. So first things first, let's take care of the spinner, Imani. I don't want to use Google Workspace. Stop trying to make me use Google Workspace. So Watson, Norman, Flannery, Winona split. Okay. Swimmer Imani has a Luminian and a Bruxish. And annoyingly, we will have to calc these by hand. So Luminian, blank set, level 50. It is Bashful, which I believe is just neutral. Its ability is Swift Swim, which does not matter. As a Luminian, it knows Hurricane, Hydro Pump, U-Turn, and Air Slash. The other one is a Bruxish. I just said that, right? Hold on. I can also close that. Yeah. That over there. Its ability is Dazzling. Prevents priority moves. Its nature is also Bashful. To my knowledge, they are not holding any items. It has Liquidation. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, all of the guys have neutral natures. Oh, I see. Bashful. They're so shy about jump scaring you. Yeah. Ice Fang. Crunch. And Psycho Cut. Level 50. Alright, so who outspeeds this Luminion? Roserade, do you just kill them both with Magical Leaf? I have to imagine you do, right? Kill with Magical Leaf. Kill with Magical Leaf. Bruxis has no priority moves. Cool. Is the calc down? What do you mean, is the calc down? Also, hi. Hi. Alright, so... Yeah, no, we just, we don't need to write these out. We can thankfully just grab Roserade and go and beat that fight. Chat, honestly, this... I know that I say that I'm, like, doing this to, like, clear things out so I don't have to worry about it. Low-key, this stomp is just, like, me wanting to enjoy some easy wins for a little bit. Because things have been scary for a while, and it's nice to just kind of chill. Okay. Also, let me know if you hear that beeping. I think someone's fire alarm is going off. Yeah, it's a morale boost. Okay, so let's grab you. Let's grab you. Let's grab you. I like having Willow as well. A lot of water types. Pari has Synthesis and High Power Grass moves. And we'll grab Winter 11 as like a thing we can sack if something goes horribly wrong. You said you're having to calc manually, then seemingly copied sets before ads. Oh, no, I have to manually import the sets for the optionals. Yeah, so I was copying them from the spreadsheet in, but basically all the spreadsheet tells you is their level and, like, their ability, and then everything else is just a generic for a level 50 Pokemon of that type. This will also make sure that Roserade here is holding the Miracle Seed. Export, import, nice. Okay, Route 104. That's medicine. There we go. Look at that little guy. Okay. So let's get this open. Yeah, so she is just like, it's basically impossible to miss her as long as we head down the main route. There she is. Doing this on my own terms. Out comes Luminion. Out comes Roserade. Magical Leaf. Out comes Bruxish. Magical Leaf. Crit mattered. Plus also, there is actually an upside. You do get money for these. Not a lot of money, but you do get money. Okay. So... I think that's everyone on Route 105. Nope. If we head straight down, ooh. Yeah. So next up is Dominic. It's probably, yep, right beneath her. So we've got a level 50 Barraskewda and a level 50 Walrein. both bashful. Also with Swift Swim. Swarm. Swift Swim. Barraskewda, what you got at level 50? Crunch. Double Edge. Waterfall. And Focus Energy. Shock of all shocks, you get outsped and killed by Roserade. And then Whale Lord. Yeah, you just get one hit KO'd by Roserade too. What's your ability? Water Veil, yeah. You have Bounce. You have Dive, Water Spout, and Surf. Cool. Yeah, you just died a Magical Leaf. We can do 583% to Barraskewda if we want. This one also has a Miracle Seed. Yeah. Cool. So, just confirming. For this guy, we just have to... Yeah, walks left and right. Golly. Also, I suppose I'll give my other guys held items too. Kalen, you get the Twisted Spoon. Barley. Dragon Fang. Willow. Metal Coat. When's the last time I used the Metal Coat? More recently, actually. God, it really is sad to have to have used the Dark Gem for that fight, though. I'm really hoping that that's not going to be a problem. I can't imagine it would be. Well, I mean, yes, I can. What am I saying? I just know that other people have used their Dark Gems sooner and cleared the game. I'm basically using the, silly as it sounds, I kind of used the Peachow video for, like, reference of, like, what is the game going wrong? You know, like, if I don't use resources by X point or Y point, if I have fewer deaths than this, if I have these critical encounters that, you know, like, he doesn't have, if I, you know, have these items, then I know that, like, I'm still definitely in a winnable position as long as I can match the resources of someone who I know has won the game. It's basically the thing I think about every time I get into, like, a kind of, like, fucked calc, is it's like, if he could do it with fucking toothpicks and a box of scraps, I can do it too, if I just sit my ass down. If I sit my white ass down and listen. Cool. I'm here to beat your ass. Go, Rose. Magical Leaf. Nice. Magical Leaf. Nice. Big fight. Okay. Hold on. Oh, you know, I feel better about Noivern because when I shared it in the Dex cord, I got hit with the The Dokes? Hold on, what the fuck is his name? What's the emote? Yeah, Dokes. The one where they like post it where you're like, yeah, uh-huh. That's definitely real. Totally. Okay, so next up. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about Beedrillite. We are going to take care of Luis. Let's ruin Maniac Foster. Swimmer Beverly. Ah, there's Luis. Where's Beverly on the map? Oh, she's all the way on the left. Okay, yeah. So, Luis has another Barraskewda, so sweet, we can keep this. Because it's got literally the exact same everything. And then we've got a Clawitzer. Loud poppin' sound outside. It's got Mega Launcher. Claw. Okay. So you've got Flip Turn, Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse. Clauncher's such a cool encounter. Aura Sphere. Like, I love that it's guaranteed Mega Launcher, it has a good special attack stat, and it gets all of the fucking pulse moves. You get D-Pulse, you get the other D-Pulse, you get a Sphere. Okay. But yeah, no Prio moves is the main thing there. And then a Crawdon. Level 55. So you're level 55. It's got Hyper Cutter. So you have Superpower, Crunch, Aqua Jet, and Fling. I assume Roserade probably doesn't die to Aqua Jet. Yeah, it doesn't. Cool. Yeah, I think this is once again, kill them with Roserade. Okay, so he's just a straight line down. Yeah, basically. And once we get past him, we'll be able to get the Heart Scale. Yeah, there's a guy over there. There he is. Cool. We use Magical Leaf. We use Magical Leaf. And we're going to, gonna use Magical Leaf. Big game. Okay. Making sure. Okay, the next one south of there is Douglas, but it seems like we don't encounter him as like going to get the Heart Scale. So that's good. So first off, one big pearl. And the main reason we are here, Heart Scale. We mark that one off on the spreadsheet. Okay. So that's the Beedrolite. I don't think we need to fight Beverly for anything, nor do we need to fight Foster. So yeah, I think we're just gonna keep going. Heart Scale, Dive Ball, Big Pearl. Seems like we don't need to do any of these fights actually. So we can just fly to Dewford. Did I get the Stardust up here? No. Well, now I have it. Also, may as well heal to get back our PP, because it'd be really funny to fuck that up. Then we have to start clicking Leaf Storm. And what if we go from doing 800% to only 700%? Sorry, it would be 800% to 400% to 200%. Very dangerous. Okay, so Route 106, Route 107. Oh, wow. There's a lot of guys here. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, there's basically no reason to ever come at this from, like, I mean, how hard is Denise, really? How hard is Lisa and Ray? Sis and Bro, Lisa and Ray. Kingler, Azumarill, Floatzel. Oh, they're like a true double, too. Spooky. But yeah, I think we do this from the other direction. So... God, Austina, I'm still... Jesus. That's the tuber that was hidden under the umbrella that jump scared me so hard I closed the game. Okay. So I think we've done David. He's the guy with the Armaldo. There's the Ruin Maniacs. Could probably get Audinite at this point. I imagine doing a bunch of double battles against like level 65 Pokemon isn't too difficult. Young couple Mel and Paul. Ugh. Why do you have a level 70 Dragonair? Summer Alice. Okay. So then David's probably right beneath that. Yeah. Yeah, with Armaldo and Cradley. Okay. Alice has a Blastoise and a Sharpedo. $50. Oops, this Clawitzer to 55. It should just be 50. Same with the Groudon. Okay. So Blastoise has Torrent. What do you know, Blasts? Ice Beam, Skull Bash, Razor Shell, Icy Wind. Ice Beam, Skull Bash, Razor Shell, and Icky Wind. Listen, that Oshawott had Murderous Intent. It did! God, like, genuinely, I think that was the thing that, like, properly traumatized me into, like, triple saving before every encounter. Alright. So, that's Blastoise. Shock of all shocks, dies to Roserade. And then... Sharpedo. Why are you level 76? Normally when I do that, you default to level 100. Oop. Weird. Oh yeah, it kept the moves we gave it too. Crunch, Dark Pulse, Liquidation, Flip Turn. Oh, it's looking at our Sharpedo. That's custom set, not Blink set. There we go. 50. Okay. Flip Turn, Waterfall, Dark Pulse, Crunch. I always forget, Sharpedo actually is not that fast. Okay. So, we fly to good old Slateport. And we surf. It's basically like right down here. So I think that's David. Are you properly protected against the sun? You know what? Are you? We use Magical Leaf. Lamau. We use Magical Leaf. Lamau. Cool. That toddler, she just has, like, a bunch of 5-year-olds, right? Like, Gwen. Yeah, Tuber Gwen has 2 level 5s. I'm just gonna go stomp her real quick. I must be freed. I must be freed of my fear from the toddlers. Little was I prepared for Fear Totodile. Cool. We didn't need to do that one. There was no way we would proc that fight without manually stepping onto this island. But sometimes you gotta make a statement. I don't believe that mom, like their mom is a trainer. I'm saving just in case. Like they aren't labeled on here anywhere, so just gonna. Cool. Okay. Oop. This is what, Route 109? Yeah. There's a big pearl in front of Mel and Paul, but I don't want to fight them, because I think, are they the ones that have the Dragonite? They are. Or the Dragonair. Carter, Elijah, yeah, nothing there. So, we're safe to walk south. Next up is Jerome. Abandoned ship. Summer Jerome has a Seismitoad and a Kingdra. I think I've got an idea for how this one goes. Do I even need to look at the Seismitoad? They both have Swift Swim, so I'm not going to bother with that. Liquidation, Poison Jab, Earth Power, Hyper Voice. Liquidation. Poison Jab. Earth Power. Hyper Voice. Yep, that is the Roserade. Now for the more interesting one. Kingdra. Yeah, you still died a Roserade. Dragon Pulse. Waterfall. Octazooka. Aurora Beam. Cool. Okay. Already fought him. Cool. Gonna hang out towards the south here. I specifically want to challenge him. Give him a heart attack, why don't I? Lamau. XD, even. I'm gonna click Leaf Storm for the funsies this time. Look, Magic Leaf only did 112% to it. I had to make sure it would die. And I do believe that this is where we get the rare candy, or it's one more over. Might be one more over. Yeah, it's a little more to the left. Nice. Okay, that is everything that isn't on the boat. We can also fight Tara, just so that way we don't ever have to worry about that again. She has a Delmise and a Ludicolo. Delmise at level 50. Dies to Sludge Bomb. Does Ludicolo also die to Sludge Bomb? Ludicolo also dies to Sludge Bomb. That's really funny. Steelworker, Swift Swim, I assume neither of them have priority moves. Grassy Glide, not a priority move because it doesn't have terrain up. Shadow Claw, Anchor Shot, Rapid Spin, we're good. Ludicolo. Surf, Knockoff, Seed Bomb, Nature Power. Yeah, so... Ludi dies to Sludge Bomb. I will remove Roserade's held item just to be safe. But yeah, we're good. Okay. In comes Delmise. In comes Rose. Delmise takes 103 from Sludge Bomb. In comes Ludicolo. Ludicolo takes 174 from Sludge Bomb. Nice. Re-equip Miracle Seed, just in case. Do I want to take care of him too? Might not be an awful idea. Matthew. Masquerain and Melodic. It actually might require a different lead. Nope, it dies to Sludge Bomb. Yeah, it's got Intimidate. So, Masquerain, Hydro Pump, Hurricane, Scald, Bug Buzz, yeah. 26 level difference is a lot. You're not wrong. And then Melodic. Died a Leaf Storm, shocking. Surf, Refresh, Hypnosis, Aqua Tail. No Prio moves. First a Sludge Bomb, then a Leaf Storm. Youch, my attack stat. Shame I don't use it. Get dead, my guy. I don't have too much to say for these, I'll be completely honest. This is relatively boring content, but I appreciate you all for sticking through it with me while we clean up these fights. L-Storm. Cool. There are definitely things on that fucking boat. Probably actually have to like scroll down for these. Control F, ban. The only thing to borrow is the Mega Audino jump scare room. I was gonna say. There we go. Abandoned ship deck. So going into map 114. I don't believe any of the people here are trainers, because none of them have names. There is the tuber down there, who I do believe can run through the wall at you, which is funny. Thankfully, he only has an Azumarill, and we have a Roserade, so oops. At least I think he is, actually. Hold on, he doesn't have a name. Because, like... Oh, these guys aren't named properly. Okay, abandoned ship. Beauty Thalia. Oh, that's probably you, isn't it? Is it? I don't know if these maps are just, like, labeled worse or something. But you do match the first thing to show up here. I know we were able to kill a Whale Lord and a Kingdra, both with Magical Leaf. Yep, Beauty Thalia. Okay. Out comes Whale Lord. Whale Lord, I believe, dies to, hold on, level 50. Yep, still dies to Magical Leaf. And as previously established, so does Kingdra. But we click Leaf Storm for the funnies. Glad to get that out of the way. That's probably the youngster that has, like, the Obstagoon and Voltund. Reckless, Bashful. But is there even anything to find in here? Okay. Obstagoon. Dies to Magical Leaf. Lamau. Voltund. Dies to Magical Leaf. Lamau. Outsped. And outsped. Just make sure we are holding the Miracle Seed. Obstagoon, do you have anything funny? Reckless, Guts. This one has Reckless. It has Knockoff, but it would never be able to use it. Detect, Submission, Scary Face. Yeah, so nothing. Thunderfang, Play Rough, Crunch, Wild Charge. Yeah, nothing. Cool. Saving in case this is not, in fact, the trainer that I think it is. Youngster Demetrius. Obstagoon gets KO'd by Magical Leaf. 114, yeah. And Voltund also gets KO'd by Magical Leaf. Look at that good boy. Look at that good-ass boy. R.I.P. that boy. Okay. I don't suppose that old man is a trainer, is he? Nope. Probably just Sailor Duncan downstairs. With an Empoleon and a Conkeldurr. Empoleon, blank set, 50, dies to Magical Leaf, 106. Conkeldurr probably requires a Leaf Storm. No, it also dies to Magical Leaf. Huh. Guts, Torrent, those don't do anything. Empoleon, you probably don't have Water Jet or Aqua Jet at this point. Scald, Defog, Drill Peck, Flash Cannon. Conkeldurr, Guts, Sheer Force. Hammer Arm, Scary Face, Brick Break, Rock Slide. Yeah, nothing. Okay. So I believe this man up here is just a regular man. Evidenced by the fact that he's kind of walking around. I believe this kid out here also isn't a trainer. Check Rose's PP. 2 Leaf Storm, 12 Magical Leaf, we're fine. KOs with Madge, KOs with Madge. Cool. It's a dangerous thing to start clicking the speed up button. But sometimes, like, you just gotta get it done. Okay. So this is 115. 116 is the twisted spoon. Nothing in these rooms. Well, there was the item we got, or where we fished for Basculegion, or Basculin. Already got the Mystic Water for 117. Is there a camper in there? Tuber Charlie, young couple. Kira and Dan. Okay. Are you Tuber Charlie? So there's a kid down here, right? He's walking around randomly, so I don't think so. Just to be safe, though, Azumarill definitely gets killed by Magical Leaf, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a ship. Okay. So there's young couple, Kieran and Dan. I do not know where they are on the map. $119 has the Draining Kiss TM, but we need to get the key for that. Storage key on room 121. How do we get there? 121 is from the main deck. Okay. So we don't want to go into either of the rooms. So what we want to do... We're probably about to get challenged by Tuber Ricky, or whatever his name is. Okay, we dodged him. And then I believe this scientist isn't actually a trainer. Storage key. Almost certain he's not a trainer. I'm saving the game in case. Yeah. Asking me to find the scanner. We get to worry about that later. Okay. Both of these rooms are jump scare fights. And Draining Kiss is a very fun move because it is a draining move that heals for 75% of the damage done rather than 50%. Really, really useful on the right body. It's one of like the things that Azumarill is best at. And with all that being done, we are like just hitting the 9 o'clock mark. So let's say we take a flight right back over to Lily Cove. And we go to big screen. We beat Lily Cove Rival! And we got a really cool encounter. We didn't lose anything. We had to spend some resources, undeniably, but I feel like we had to spend less than we could have. A good TM on a Pokemon that's gonna keep getting use out of that move. Like, Altaria is one of the best things you could put Facade on. Truly the only real resource expenditures were the Dark Gem and the Heart Scale. But maxing out Altaria's speed, definitely not a waste there. I think we had like an 8 before, so now it's 31. All in all, super cool. And let me see, how are we doing? We've got 7 people right now. Maybe if someone we know is streaming. Greenland Miku is currently added, I think also with Run and Bun. Hold on. Are you... Yep, run and bun, 5 badges. Cool. So we are going to raid Greenland. Is it underscore Miko or is it all one word? It's all one word. Cool. Next stream is tomorrow morning, I think. Yeah, nothing getting in the way. I'm so sorry that, like, stream schedule continues to be, like, super fucking wonky. Trying to be social, trying to see family. I'm hoping that eventually streams in weird hours will kind of become a rarity again pretty soon, but it's hard to say. That being said, folks, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me. I have been April. She has been May. You have all been incredible, and I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good night, folks. Sending out the raid. And ending the stream.